me tonight on the News Hour is Mr. Nir Barkat, Israel's Minister for Economy and Industry. And the question on everybody's mind right now, Mr. Nir Barkat, is how long are we looking at the conflict in West Asia to last? Because oil prices have shot through the ceiling. It's hovering around $115 to $120. What is your forecast of where the war is going, where oil prices are going?
Well, thank you for hosting me. I want to remind everyone that Israel's been threatened by the Iranian regime 47 years. That they're saying they want to destroy Israel. They are seeking nuclear bombs in order to use it against Israel. Everyone now understands the threat of the ballistic missiles that they're using against Israel and other countries in the region, and their aggressiveness, and the investments in the proxies around Israel, Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Gaza. They took accountability and responsibility over October 7 horrific attacks that Hamas did in Gaza. And so we have a very, very aggressive jihadi Nazi regime that we have to make sure that they do not exist after this round of violence, after this war. So we don't have a stopwatch. We have a goal. And our goal is to make sure that the regime is powerless at the end of this war, not just for the sake of Israel, but for the sake of the whole free world and other non-Muslim countries around the world. And I know that India shares the same threat, the same concerns as we are. So it's not about having a stopwatch. It's about achieving our goals.
How far do you think you are from achieving those goals that you had set out on before this conflict began?
I think we made a lot of progress. Everyone understands that the Israeli Air Force, in conjunction with the Americans, and I think that the collaboration between Prime Minister Netanyahu and President Trump are second to none. The two armies are aligned to achieving these goals, and I'm sure that we're in the process. I think everyone understands that we control the skies of Iran. We understand, we have huge amount of intelligence and understanding of where the regime, where the Islamic regime, the jihadists in the Islamic Republic, we know where they are, we knew where their leaders are, and we know how to go after them. So, but from here to tell you exactly when, we don't know, and again, we don't have a stopwatch.
Well, so let me ask you, since you are the economy minister, you would understand that the world is reliant on oil from this region, especially the Middle Eastern countries, which have been the targets of Iran's retaliation. Many oil refineries have been impacted in this conflict. I want to ask you, where does this really go? The world markets are trembling at this point of time. How do you see the ripple impacts on global economies, especially in the region, and the oil economies which the whole world is so dependent upon?
Well, I think that once we defeat the regime, the evil Nazi regime, things will sort itself out. Right now, I think that Iran is trying to use this leverage in order to stop the war. It's not going to work. We're committed with the Americans to defeat the Nazi regime in Tehran right now. And once we do that, things will work out. So I think that there's a short-term challenge. I'm sure that the whole world will be able to overcome it. Long-term, once we defeat them, I think we're all going to enjoy it. Not just Israel, by not having our enemies in the region, but the whole world will become much freer and much better free trade than we are today.
Well, let me also ask you. There are global media outlets that are reporting that Americans are upset over Israel's targeting of Iran's oil installations. These reports have been in the open media for a while. Is this real? Is this true?
No, Israel does not have any intention, and God forbid, to attack innocent civilians. And by the way, while we're speaking today, 2 civilians, Israeli civilians, were killed by indiscriminate ballistic missiles coming from Iran to our cities. We don't do that. We went after everything that has to do with the regime. So we went after their oil, the regime oil. We have no intention to hurt any kind of infrastructure of Iran, because we care that after this round of violence will be over and after the regime will be replaced by a new regime, we want them to succeed. We have nothing against the Iranian people. We know many of them are friendly. It's the regime that are actually keeping them hostage. We're only targeting the regimes and their capabilities. And we'll do everything we can not to hurt other infrastructure or, God forbid, innocent people.
So let me also ask you, India and Israel are building a strong bilateral relationship that goes well beyond defense. And you're a key player in determining how this economic relationship proceeds. But at the same time, India has close economic partnerships with Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Qatar, Bahrain as well, at a time when these countries have become participants willy-nilly in this conflict due to the escalations. How are these economic ties going to survive this very shattering conflict?
Well, first of all, it's very clear that the people of India and the people of Israel have really strong bonds. It goes back thousands of years. We're both ancient people with ancient history, and we're very proud of that. We have an excellent relationship between Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Netanyahu. I have an excellent relationship with my friend, Minister of Economy, Piyush Goyal, and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Jay Shankar. We know each other, we trust each other, and we understand that 1 + 1 = 10. The Israeli innovation and the scope and the size of India match very well together. We decided to go ahead. Last November, we signed a term of reference between the 2 countries to create a free trade agreement, and we're proceeding with that. And we see India as a very compatible, excellent match to Israeli businesses. Now, we don't only look at India as a 1.4 billion people marketplace, very soon to be the 3rd largest economy. We see India as a gateway to many, many countries in Asia and in the Middle East. And I believe that the additional relationship with the Gulf countries, midway between India and Israel, will turn very, very positive, because I believe that we will expand the Abraham Accord, therefore create a corridor, as everyone knows, the IMEC corridor, India, Middle East, eventually to Europe, going through Israel, an amazing corridor that creates new opportunities. And I am sure that once we defeat Iran, which threatens and actually took fire at the neutral countries in the region, once we get rid of Iran together, we'll have a much, much brighter future with all the relationships and countries you mentioned.
So let me ask you, you spoke about the corridor, and yes, it's a very ambitious plan that India and Israel have. But this corridor, won't it be delayed? Will it ever see the light of day if this conflict is extended over a period of time?
We have to defeat the bad guys. We got to do it together. And Israel and the United States are determined. It's our neck on the line. It's our future, and the threat is on Israel first. And I think that what everyone saw, what those ballistic missiles can be used for with the jihadi regime of Iran. We have to get rid of the bad guys and expand the collaboration between peace-seeking countries in our region. Israel's ready to do that. We have peace. We've demonstrated that. We have peace with Egypt over 45 years, with Jordan over 30 years. The Abraham Accords over 5 years. We just celebrated them lately. So we are eager to expand the peace. We are eager to remove the threats. And I know from speaking to our counterparts in India that we are aligned in our thinking. We think the same. We both suffer from terror and the jihadi approach. We both understand we're both peace-seeking countries that collaborate together. And today we see the compatibility and how we complete each other in terms of scaling and growing economy and making a better world.
Let me also ask you a question that is bothering most of the world, which is the Iranians seem to be going on with business as usual. They've decided to appoint Mujtaba Khamenei, son of Ali Khamenei, as the successor and his successor in Iran. Let me ask you plainly, will Israel and the United States seek to do to him what you did to Ali Khamenei?
The answer is yes. As long as they don't change their goals and plans to create destruction of the state of Israel, they are a target for our military and our intelligence, and I think he's not going to live for long.
Well, that's rather stark. When is the last time you spoke with your counterparts in India, and was the FTA any part of that discussion, or are more pressing things keeping both sides engaged at the moment?
I had the honor of speaking to Minister Piyush Goyal last week. We discussed the situation. I'm thankful to Piyush Goyal for the support that him and his government is giving Israel. We actually became really, really good friends as well. And we respect and believe in the common future. Of course, we also spoke about the next steps of the FTA free trade agreement negotiations. We had an Israeli mission, just last month, actually this month, at the beginning of this month, spent some time in India, and we anticipate another mission coming from India to Israel in the next few months. We're on track. We want to move fast and hopefully finish it by end of year.
Before I let you go, once again, are you going to take a guess at what oil prices are going to be by the end of the week?
I guess that they will dramatically drop once we beat Iran. Once we make them surrender, then things will work out. Until then, there may be a little short-term challenges. I'm sure that the world will help us remove the big threat in Iran, this regime, and then things will sort themselves out. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm willing to bet on it.
Well, on that note, thank you very much, Minister Nir Barkat, for joining me here on the News Hour. It's been a pleasure speaking with you and getting a sense of what Israel's resolves are. Thank you very much.